I used to believe that if I wasn't achieving, I just wasn't enough. Not smart enough, not talented enough, and not worthy enough. But it was deeper than that. I didn't just feel like I had to succeed. I felt like I had to earn my place in every room I walked into. Like I wasn't just allowed to exist. I had to be impressive. I had to be useful. I had to have a good enough reason to take up space. Because if I wasn't contributing something, if I wasn't achieving something, then why would anyone want me there? That's what I believed, and that belief changed everything. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I realized that I forgot to record an intro, but that's okay. I guess I've been very reflective these days. I kind of just wanted to talk about what I wish I knew earlier. And hopefully this resonates with you as well. And yeah, for me, my creation is very important. I've always been a very creative person, and every creation I make, I would want it to get praise, because all my emotions, everything that I put is in there, and it was deeply connected to me. So much so that if the words that the person say isn't enough for me, I would feel down, and I felt like I had no meaning. Because these videos that I create, or this drawing that I made, or this music that I produced, if it wasn't good enough, then I'm not good enough, that I am not worthy, and I'm useless. It happens so much to me as a creator. When I create a video and it doesn't do well enough, it's like, well, I'm not good enough. I remember being a child, and every grade, every trophy, every compliment, it didn't just feel good, it was necessary. Because when you grow up believing that success equals worth, failure doesn't just feel like losing, it feels like disappearing. I remember being terrified of slowing down, because if I wasn't doing something impressive, who was I? I wasn't the funniest, I wasn't the prettiest, and I wasn't the most popular. But I could win, I could prove myself. I felt safe, until I wasn't. One day I was standing in front of the mirror, and after getting another A on the exam, I didn't feel proud. I felt nothing, just this empty thought. What now? Because the thing about chasing achievements is that there's always another, and another, and another. And when your worth is tied to that next big accomplishment, you never really arrive. You just keep running. And that's exactly what I did. I worked harder, I set bigger goals, I achieved more than ever before. The more I accomplished, the less it felt like mine. Because it wasn't about passion anymore, it wasn't about growth, it was fear. The fear of losing my identity, the fear of letting people down, the fear of finding out who I was without all of this. So I pushed and pushed, until one day, I couldn't anymore. I crashed. Not physically, not in some dramatic way, but I woke up one day and I felt completely numb. I looked at my life, at everything I had built, everything I achieved, and I asked myself a question that I thought I never asked myself. If I lost everything I ever accomplished, who am I? And I had no answer. That terrified me, because if my entire identity was built on achievements, who was I without them? Why do I feel like I have to earn my right to just exist? Why did I feel like I needed to justify myself being in a room? Why did I believe that unless I achieve something great, I don't deserve to exist? And that's when I realized something. Self-worth isn't something you earn, it's something you own already. It's within you. And if you never feel like you are enough, no amount of accomplishments will ever change that. Because self-worth doesn't come from doing, it comes from being. I spent my whole life trying to prove myself when I should have really been learning how to accept myself. The most important thing is just to realize that your creations, your pride, your joys, they're not who you are. They're an extension of who you are, but they're not you. There is some connection, but they'll never dictate who you are. So if something doesn't go your way, if something isn't really great, that's okay. You learn and you create something even better than the last one. Because you're allowed to be here. You don't need an explanation, you don't need a justification, and you don't even need any achievements. Your happiness should rely within yourself. You can't give power to external circumstances because you can't control them. What you can control is your internal emotions, your inner thoughts. You know, how you think, how you feel. Because I actually saw this quote where people can take away everything around you, but what they can't take away from you is your character, your strength, your mind. And that's always something that you'll have for the rest of your life. So I made a decision. Yes, I still set goals, I still push myself, I still work hard, but it's not to prove myself, it's to express myself. Not to be better than others, but to be better for myself. I stopped chasing achievements that didn't align with me. I stopped measuring my value by external validation. And I started to really ask myself, what do I want? Not what will impress them, what will make me feel good, what will get me that next compliment, but what actually makes me feel good and alive. Because at the end of the day, when you take away all the achievements, the titles, the awards, the praise, what's left is you. And if you can't love that person, no amount of success will ever change that. So if you spent your whole life chasing achievements, hopefully they'll finally make you feel enough. Pause, breathe, and know this. You don't need to earn your right to be here. You already belong. No achievement can give that to you, and no failure can take it away. Welcome to episode 1 of my healing diaries. These diaries are just for me to express myself and say what I've learned to also hopefully resonate with some of you out there. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. As always, I love you all and thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated with you. Make sure to subscribe and see you in the next video. Thank you!